Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be continuing my summer series, and I did this video, I don't know if I've already done it twice, but I know I did it last year, and I just wanted to give you guys my beachy fragrances for summertime. So I did already film my top tropical fragrances. Now, tropical fragrances to me are very different from beachy fragrances. Tropical fragrances give me fruits, give me exotic feeling, gives me a refreshing, fruity type of vibes. When it comes to beachy fragrances, I am talking about that warm sand, sun on your skin, bronze goddess types of fragrances. And I'm just sharing with you the ones that I have in my collections. And these definitely give beachy vibes. So if you are new to my channel and you love all things girly, go ahead and subscribe. You won't regret it. I talk about all things girly, fragrance, beauty, self-care, all of that. So I would love to see you in my future uploads. And with that said, let's jump right into my beachy fragrances for 2023. So I believe it's supposed to be 10, but I think I have an extra one. And this is going to be kind of separated into my beachy fragrances. Like, this makes me think of palm trees, the sand, warm sand at that, very hot, salty skin, the beach. You're literally at the beach. And then I also have a few that have beachy vibes, but they also give off like a luxurious, like you're at a resort, you're at a very fancy lobby somewhere, the breeze from the ocean is hitting you, that type of vibe. So that's a little bit more bougie, more luxurious. So I'm going to start off with the actual like beachy vibes, and then I will move on to the more like luxurious feeling hotel resort type of vibes. So I'm going to start off with none other than Replica's Beach Walk. This is literally like going for a walk at the beach. So I do have the small bottle. This fragrance, I have owned a travel size in the past, and I went through it and I went ahead and got the 1 ounce. Once I go through this one, I will decide if I want to get it again, because I do have a few fragrances in my collection that kind of give off the same vibes, and I'm trying to stop, like, not do that so much and use up these fragrances before I keep getting the same thing over and over. But if you're looking for a beachy fragrance, this is one that I definitely recommend. The fragrance description is sun-kissed salty skin. That's exactly what you get with this. It's very beachy. Ever since I got this fragrance, it has always given me almost like a cologne-y vibe to it. Not that it's masculine or anything like that, but it gives me this like deepness to it. It's not just you smell like sunscreen or suntan lotion and you're at the beach. There's a little bit more depth to this one. It's creamy, it's almost salty, it's warm. It is like the beach in a bottle. You just get that salty, warm vibe out of this one, and it's very sexy, really nice. If you're looking for a beachy fragrance, this is definitely one to look into. This has coconut, there's heliotrope, musk, you have citruses, pink pepper, and this does last. It performs really nice on me, and I wore this one to bed the other day. Not my favorite fragrance to wear to bed, I will say that, but it did linger on my sheets for days, and the scent that stayed on the sheets, amazing. But I will say that I don't like to get too heavy handed with this one if I'm gonna wear it to bed, because it can be a little like strong. So this one doesn't really relax me before bed. It kind of gets me more in the mood of like, you want to be at the beach. So it doesn't really give those vibes like to wear it to bed. I just love to do a lot of testing at nighttime, but this is just perfect for daytime in the summer, pretty much for any occasion really, if you just want to give off like those tropical beachy vibes. So that is Beach Walk by Replica. Another one that gives me super beachy vibes, and it's definitely more tropical feeling. So this is like a mix of kind of like tropical and beachy, definitely beachy, but the yellow florals in this one is beautiful. This is M. Micallef Ylang and Gold, and this is the special edition one. I feel like this gives me beach vibes, but in like a sweeter way. So this is literally like beach in a sandy way. This is beach in like sandy, florally. It's just like a paradise of a beach, if that makes any sense. It's such a beautiful fragrance, and this fragrance in the heat, wear it in the heat, because that is where it's going to just, you know what this reminds me of? The reason why it's reminding me of the beach is my grandpa used to have a boat when I was little, and we would camp at little islands off of the island. So it's like a really tiny little island, and there is just like a lot of nature going on. And then I'm getting like that memory of like my sunscreen mixing in with the saltiness of the water, and that's just what this makes me think of. It's gorgeous, but it's also very feminine and very, very pretty and buttery and smooth. This one is not sharp. This one doesn't give you those white florals that a lot of beachy scents likes to add to fragrances. They like to throw in a lot of white florals. This is yellow floral. So it has like this buttery, smooth feeling to it. And in the heat, it's just beautiful. It's perfect. So if you're looking for more of like a niche quality beachy perfume, Emmy Calef Ylang and Gold is the one that I would go for. It's unique, it's beautiful, it's very feminine and very delicate and sensual all at the same time. So that's that. Then I'm going to talk about Alien Goddess from Mugler. So this one's already packed up because I am slowly packing away my collection. I am very gently like wrapping them in between clothing with Ziploc bags and bubble wraps. That one's already put away. And I'm missing it because it's a nice summer one, but that is literally summer beach coconut vanilla type of scent. It is warm, very warm, and that one's very creamy as well. So that one is a little smoother, a little softer compared to Replica's Beach Walk. This one's a little bit more intense to me. It's definitely like beachy. Alien Goddess is just bronze skin, warmth, the sand, the water. I definitely picture myself at the beach with that one, but that one can also be worn other seasons because it also has like this very comforting, cozy vibe to it as well. So that one's really, really nice. So that is Alien Goddess. That's another great beachy scent. And then now we're going to go with one that's more refreshing. It makes me think of the beach, but this is not literally the beach. This is, you're at the beach, but you're having like a coconut drink. It's very refreshing. It's like a breezy day at the beach. And this is the Seven Virtues Coconut Sun. So this one is not necessarily literally the beach, but it does have beach vibes to me. It definitely does. This one definitely has more florals though, and I pick up so much of the citruses in here. To me, it comes off as like a bergamot or a lime, like a very sparkling lime splash of that into the coconut. It makes me think of the beach as well. It's just not as obvious. So if you don't want something that literally smells like the beach, you want something that has a little bit more refreshing touch to it, a little bit more citrusy. You are getting that coconut, but it's like a coconut water. It's more thin, perfect for the heat. I will go with this one. This one is gorgeous. I love it so much. The florals are done perfectly. They're not too much. I love it. So this one I'm keeping in the category closer to the beach because it's not necessarily giving me like bougie vibes or luxurious vibes. It's still giving me like I'm in a hammock at the beach and I'm having like a coconut drink and the breeze is just amazing. Like it's not a sticky hot day. It's a more breezy type of day with this one, and it's just perfect. And the way that this performs in the heat too, this radiates off of the skin in the heat in the best way. Like you will be smelling yourself, and it's very thin, airy, little salty. Perfect. I love this so much. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite scents right now this season. Now we're going to go like across the bridge into the luxurious side, but there's one that's going to kind of connect those, and to me that is KKW Body 2. Unfortunately, this has been discontinued, which I always say how sad it makes me that it has been discontinued, because this fragrance has got to be the prettiest white floral beachy scent without the white floral being too screechy and in your face. It makes it so easy to wear. It does not give me a headache. It's not too sharp. It's not too screechy. It gives off those beach vibes, but you're still very feminine. You're still very like sexy and hot while you're at the beach, but it has that salty beachy vibe to it. So this fragrance was done perfectly. It makes me so upset that they discontinued this. Like the white florals in here are done to perfection. They're there. You're getting the white florals, you're getting the feminine side of it, but you're not getting smacked in the face with gardenia or jasmine in a way that other fragrances can do. So this one's nice. If you can find, like if you go anywhere and you somehow run into this, or maybe you're on eBay or on Mercari or something, it is worth picking it up. It is so beautiful. I love it so much. So that is KKW Body 2. Now moving on to the more bougie, luxurious hotel resort vibes. Of course, we're going to talk about Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. This is an almost every summer beachy type of video, but this to me is definitely beachy, but it has more of a bougie, luxurious, fancy side to it. I wouldn't say fancy, but it's definitely something that I would wear to like dinner or in the evening during summertime. It's not something that I would wear to the actual beach. I did take this with me when I went on that cruise last year, and it worked so nicely in the heat while we were having drinks by the pool. I am showing you the fragrance and the shimmering body oil because together they are just really, really nice, and I love this fragrance. This does have cardamom in it, so there is a spice in this one, which makes it unique. This has white florals in it. There's tuberose and jasmine, and there's also ylang ylang in here, which I do pick up as well. But this fragrance has pistachio and it has cardamom, and those two notes really do shine through for me. So that's why I love this one so much, even though lately I have been craving the Eau de Toilette version of this because it's just like a little more easygoing and a little more refreshing. So I would like to have that one as well, but this one is really nice. And the dry down, there's coconut, you have benzoin, tonka bean, amber. So this one's definitely more on the luxurious fancy side of a beachy fragrance, but you can definitely wear this while you're on vacation, while you are somewhere where the weather is hot. It performs nicely. I forgot to mention on the beachy side, one that's very similar to this one, I decluttered it, and that is Nest Sunkissed Hibiscus. That's another one that's very warm, very beachy like. It's just, it makes you feel like you just got a tan, like you are relaxing after a day at the beach, and you just have like that salty skin. That's kind of what it makes me think of. So if you don't want that literal type of scent and you want something that's a little bit more luxurious, more expensive smelling, more put together, something that you can wear to dinner, something that doesn't scream beach, but it does have that beachy vibe, then I would definitely recommend Soleil Blanc. And then moving on is this one, which I have struggled a bit with it. I keep going kind of like back and forth with it. So the first time that I smelled this, the first few times, I picked up so much more of the coconut, the ambroxan, the vanilla in here. That's kind of what I got in the dry down, and I felt in love with it. Like the dry down was just beautiful, and the longevity was shocking. It was very, very impressive. This is Juliet Has a Gun Lust for Sun. But now talking about it today after having it for a couple of months sitting in my collection, this is white floral. Very, very, very white floral. So it's still a beautiful scent. Like wow. It's a beautiful scent. It's just that I have to be very careful with it because if I go too crazy with the sprays, I will give myself a headache. That's the only negative thing that I would have to say about this fragrance, because when it comes to longevity, performance, the scent bubble that it gives, the vibes that it gives, it's very beautiful. It's beautifully made. It's just that those, especially the gardenia in here, it is like, it's in your face. So you do have to wait a little bit for those white florals to calm down. And by a little bit, I mean almost like an hour. But it just meshes into the skin really nice. It's very sexy. So I would say this is not your daytime beachy type of scent. I would save this more for nighttime, for going to dinner somewhere during summertime. Maybe you're by the beach and you're wearing like a nice summer dress and you're gonna go have a dinner that's right by the beach. This is a perfect option for that. And it's definitely it performs better than the Tom Ford one. This one won't last me as long. This will stay on you. It will stay on your clothes. It will stay on you. You're going to smell it, but you need to be okay with some white florals, which you guys know me. I'm not the biggest fan of white florals. Maybe with time that will change, because I know that the older we get, the more we start kind of liking those notes. I think the scent is beautiful. I think it's a beachy scent. It's definitely luxurious. It's definitely more sophisticated. It's definitely something that I would wear to a dinner, to an evening event during summertime where I want to give off like those kind of like summer bronze goddess types of vibes. Yes, this will do it. But I will definitely say that this is one that you have to sample. I mean, all of them you have to sample, because You can't really go based off of recommendations that you hear for fragrances. It's such a personal thing. But if I had to comment on the longevity, the performance, the way that it's blended, beautiful. A plus for that. It's just, are you okay with the white florals, or would you rather skip out on that? And in the dry down, you do get this warmth and you do get more of that creamy coconut, but I did pick that up way more when I first got it. Now that the fragrance has kind of been like developing more, the notes in it have been getting stronger, it is a very strong white floral. So that is the reason why I won't be reaching for this one as much as I thought that I would, but I still recommend it, and it still gives off a beachy vibe. And then the last one that I'm going to be talking about is by Veronica By. I have been mentioning it a lot on my videos lately. This was sent over to me by Veronica By, and this is Sur la Plage. I have been wearing this a couple times since I added it to my tray. What I like about this fragrance is, and I did mention it in a previous video, what I love about this is the way that this smells so realistic. Nothing in here smells synthetic. Everything smells kind of like what you would smell if you were out in the elements, out in nature. It just makes me think of being at a hotel lobby. It's kind of the example that I gave. It's like being at a hotel lobby, wearing a beautiful dress, nothing fancy, like a summer dress. And this hotel has like this hallway that leads to the ocean, and that ocean breeze is coming in. So you're getting the ocean breeze, you're getting the saltiness, along with like a beautiful feminine scent. This is done so beautifully. I wore it the other day. I really sprayed it on, and I will say it lasted 4 to 6 hours. But those 4 to 6 hours, the more that time went by, it started turning into more of a skin scent. But I was okay with that, because when it comes to these types of fragrances, when they're too loud and they're too sharp, I cannot really enjoy them. So the way that this dried and blended into my skin was perfection. It smells expensive, it smells luxurious, it feels like warm skin, salty, beachy, in a very expensive way, in a very luxurious way. So this is really, really nice. I definitely recommend this. If you are like a beachy girl, you love beachy girl scents, but you want something that's going to impress, this is definitely a beautiful one. The packaging is gorgeous as well, the bottle. So yeah, really, really nicely done fragrance. It's not too in your face, perfect for hot weather. It didn't bother me one bit, and it wore beautifully. So this is another one that I recommend as a beachy scent. So that brings me to the end of today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below, what is your favorite beachy summer fragrance? I cannot wait to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for being here. Go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video.
Keep my conscience clear, that's why I'm so magnetic. And if I was there, I finesse it. Take my pen and write some love letters to heaven.